In Libya, the main fighting is apparently still going on between Tobruk and Bir el Gobi. Mobile British columns are also operating toward the enemy's lines of communications west of Tobruk, but here British action is limited by the presence at El Adam of a big enemy force of all arms. British Coastal Command planes attacked a large enemy supply ship off the Dutch coast and left the vessel on fire. The British National Service bill to mobilize fully Britain's man and woman power was read and discussed in Commons today, but there was no vote.
As a housewife, I find I can still prepare delicious, nourishing meals. There's no limit on chicken and fish. And through my butcher, I'm discovering some wonderful new ideas.
Now, I'm your neighborhood butcher. You see, we want to help the housewives so we can serve all our customers fairly. Ask us for new recipes and interesting varied menus.
Berlin reports Japanese troops have crossed Thailand's border and have started a drive on the Burma Road. The report that Japanese troops have landed on Lubang Island in the Philippines is not confirmed. The island of Guam is reported still in American hands. Manila has had new air raid alarms, but no bombings are reported, and it's believed fifth column action may have been responsible.
Look, here is the new Band-Aid plastic strip with new Super Stick. It sticks better than any other bandage. The proof? Take a dry egg at room temperature. Touch the egg with any other bandage. Brand X, brand Y, brand Z. Not one sticks. But a Band-Aid plastic strip with new Super Stick sticks tight instantly.
Headquarters, we have the latest press dispatches which say that RAF fighters shot down at least 7 Axis planes and damaged many more between Tunis and Sicily yesterday, raising their bag to 20 in 3 days of assaults on the enemy's North African transport shuttle route. And meanwhile, the British land forces in Libya drove within 180 miles of Benghazi in pursuit of the shattered Africa Corps. An official announcement said that most of the latest Axis ferry planes, which of course are headed for Tunis, have been knocked down. And there is a report that these transports, when attacked, give off a great concentration of fire, indicating that they are carrying German troops packing Tommy guns. The first attack was made at 10:15 a.m. yesterday when RAF fighters caught up with a flight of 35 of these transports, covered by 12 Nazi Messerschmitt fighters off Cap Bon in Tunisia. At 12:45, they pounced on another formation, and they have been attacking these formations all day long. Pursuit of Marshal Erwin Rommel's hapless desert troops, meanwhile, reached the eastern side of the Libyan hump at Tamimi, some 180 airline miles from Benghazi. The British 8th Army is pounding its way on to one of the greatest victories of this war.
London got today's communique from Libya, which told of British pressure on the enemy throughout the area of operation. There are no reports here indicating the start of any more major tank battles in Libya. But late tonight, London heard that 2 American-built Tomahawk planes have shot down 20 German Junkers dive bombers in Libya.
lucky enough to have your loved one in the service home on leave, and you wouldn't be human if you didn't want to know about everything he's doing, nor would it be unnatural for him to want to tell you. And yet that very enthusiasm, that desire to confide, can bring tragedy. Even when you're with family or friends and are sure no enemy agent can hear, it isn't safe to mention items of war information. Remember, things which don't seem important to you may be of vital importance in a link of information. So don't ask and don't tell where our soldiers are, how many there are, how they are being transported, when they're going, or what kind of duty they're going on. If you do hear it from someone, don't repeat it. If you see it yourself, don't repeat it. But if you read it in the newspapers or hear it on the radio, you can talk all you like. Otherwise, mum's the word.
Tobruk was taken by the British today after a little more than 24 hours fighting, and all that is left is mopping up operations in the fortifications to the west of the town. The pattern of the attack seems to have been about the same as at Bardia, and it was made easier by the total inactivity of the Italian Air Force. The prisoners have not yet been counted, but apparently include almost all the garrison. Casualties seem to have been light on both sides, though one column of Italian prisoners going to the rear suffered heavily,